I'm Allison Lane. I am the host of the creative nonfiction community, but also I come bearing gifts. I am a lifelong marketer, and so what the rule in global marketing is, if you have to do anything twice, you have to create a process, like a cheat sheet or something that someone else can follow, so that by the third time there's like documentation. Everything needs to be a template. It makes everything easy. So when I'm talking about, lists of podcasts that I like, or where you should pitch media, I start making a list, because everyone asks, and everyone shares too in the creative nonfiction community, and in our travels, everyone wants to know, where can I do this? How can I do that? So I'm about to drop. So I finally got my poop in a group. All my poo is in line, and I have cheat sheets. So some of you might have seen my Clobber Your Crutches, like get rid of your crutch words. If you use, be like, and then, nobody wants your and then. Just do like a search and replace or search and delete. But I'm going to drop all these, not all, I probably have like 10, but I'm going to drop, I don't want to bore you guys, but I'm going to give you 3 right now. And so, excuse me while I drop it like it's hot. Okay, so here is my, it might be like 51 podcasts to propel your writing. And they're all hyperlinked, because nobody wants to have to do, like, get a list and then have to do work, because it's a pain in the rear. So anything that's can be made easy, I'm making easy. Also, where to pitch. Where to pitch has to be my number 1, number 2, in the probably top 3 questions I get. First is, where can I find agents? What should I ask an agent? What should my book proposal look like? That kind of stuff. But then, once we're saying, okay, well, great, you wrote a memoir, or you're an expert in this thing, you need to gain third-party credibility for your work. And the way to do that is just to like rant into your phone, and write an 800-word article and then place it, pitch it, boop, boop, boop. You can use this to figure out where, get some ideas. I think there are 81 media outlets. They're all hyperlinked, so you can get them straight to your email. And then, so I gave you the where to pitch. And in case you haven't downloaded it yet, the Clobber Your Crutches. These are literally words that you should not be, sprinkling. Everyone has 1 or 2 phrases or words that they use a lot, and the reader starts to notice. For instance, I have a client who used, like, in my mind's eye in her book, and she used it. I mean, you can really just use that once. Like, you can't in your 300-page book. Like, I really only need to know that you're thinking, like, you're envisioning something in your mind's eye one time. There are a ton of other ways to say that. I encourage you to use the Google in order to find that. But that was her thing. I have a client now who, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm going to brag a little bit, but I have 2 clients in the throes of querying, and one I posted in the group, but she got 4 agent offers. She got 3 in 3 days. And then we insisted, like, we were going to wait. We were going to give everyone else the whole 2 weeks, right? And she was like, okay, I'm going to get, and then she got a 4th on the 10th day, like the last day. She was like, oh, dang, under the wire. And she starts a lot of sentences with and I was like, oh my God, I cannot. So I did a search for period, space, and it was like just in her sample chapters, which were maybe 10 pages each, 57. Exactly. No, you can. I was like, I am changing all of this now, because we can't use everything. It's just the way she talks. Right. And then in another client who's querying now, and when I say she's querying, like I do the querying, we do it together, but like it's so much faster when I do it, and she's on the Zoom with me. And she got an agent responding in 24 hours, like, when can we meet? But boy, well, it super helps when you know what your target is, you're watching the agents like a hawk, like I do. And I can write a query in under an hour and develop a makeshift list, but like I really go deep, I do the research. So, but her deal was that she wanted to cite every freaking source first, like according to this and according to that. Well, according to me, you can't start every sentence with according. So I did a search for that. So if you're not searching for, if you're not using these crutch words, just do yourself a favor. Like, do the searches, and there are always other ways to say the thing that you want to say, even if it's the way you talk. Okay, so those cheat sheets, they're sitting in there. I have more coming. I had to hire a guy to help me do that because I don't know how to work the technologies of today or distribute these. Okay, I'm just gonna, before we hop into the compassionate critiques, I just want to say, oh, Kathy, you can't stop smiling because she says, I just got an offer to publish my memoir with Vine Leaves Press, my top choice.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Wow.
Yay, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you. I am still flying high 3 hours later. Oh my God. That's my top.
Congratulations. I'm so excited for you. And I can't wait to hear about like what they do, what you have to do. Do you have to draft the back cover copy like Candace Kale did, who, if you guys don't know Candace, hi Candace, wave please. She lives in Alaska. Her memoir is being published I think it's coming out in this fall. And she workshopped her back cover copy in this group. So,
oh my gosh.
Damn Skippy. And it was great to start with, but then it was even greater. Right, Candace? You can unmute.
Yeah, wait till you see it now. It's actually even different.
Oh, I'm excited. So those of you who don't know Candace and Mona, they are moderators within the group. So if you, and anyone who wants to help be a moderator, which is essentially like hosting a dinner party, all you do is welcome people. Please let me know. This group is an act of compassion and commitment for the writing community. It's free. It will remain free, but it only works when we all give. So, and it's not the Allison show, it's the Creative Writers show. So if you're interested in doing that, and we don't keep a schedule or anything. It's just like show up and say hi to people and help them navigate what they need. You can DM me later. So congratulations to Kathy. Mona, oh my gosh. As soon as everybody hops on, we all start getting texts and needs from other people. It's so true. Okay, I dropped a bunch of cheat sheets in the chat. You can get them. Where to pitch, Clobber Your Crutches, and one other one. Oh, podcasts. Podcasts, and they're all hyperlinked. So hopefully that makes it easy.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What I did with yours, and I've done in other groups, is if you go in the chat, if you have Word or anything, and just copy and paste, copy Allison's link, and then I just paste them into a Word doc and save them. So, like I make a little collection.
to do it
Ah,
later.
yeah. And
Yeah.
you can just click on it and then put in your email address and it comes right to you.
Exactly.
Yep. Easy sneezy. Hello, Marlon, by the way. Nice to meet you. And James, I haven't seen you in a year. I'm excited. Okay. What we're going to do today is, this is the compassionate critique. So here's how it works. I'm about to break us into groups of 3. If people show up late, and they always do, I will put them into a group, and whether they have to just contribute, they might not get time to actually read their work. And that is how life works. So, and someone in each group has to be a timer. So whatever you brought today for input, whether it's a problem, how to tell your sister to stop texting you during this time that you've devoted to yourself, which is, I'm sure, what I will be doing because my sister is super narcissistic, and or your pitch or your query or your first page, whatever, you get 5 minutes. Read that one page, or share your graphic novel spread or whatever. Okay, then give everyone else, the other 2 people in your group, minutes to, the other 10 minutes to share with you their thoughts. The purpose of a critique is to read or share and then be quiet. And the only words you can have at the end of whatever they're sharing are thank you and maybe a clarification question. Nothing else, because you don't want to use your time getting their input,
Right.
arguing that like, here's why I did that. Like, nobody needs to know. This is just, you can work that out later. But this is for you, and it's always gentle. Okay, we're really here to help each other. So let's do it to it. And if anybody has an issue or a question or a technology, whatever, you can DM me directly. And I tend to pop around, because when you are the host, you seldom prepare your poo to actually bring it and workshop it, which I need to be better about. I am working on a pitch about how Facebook continually tries to connect me to my high school rapist. Like, people you may know, like, yes, mother effer, I know that dude. Thank you. I do not, I can't. So I may, if there's time, I may share that, or I may just share it as an original post in the group, which all of you can do. Okay. So show up for yourselves. Please ask for what you need and share what you know. And if you need something, just ask for it. And thank you very much. And I love that we're all showing up for each other.
A few moments later.
I'm not muted anymore.
Oh.
I gotta say, I'm so glad that we're doing this and that people are showing up and asking for what they need. So I bounced around a little bit, and I heard an essay that needs to be 200 words or less, and it's, really short. I heard a query letter. I heard how can I put my expertise into an ebook or a pamphlet. And I just want to say, this is what this group is for. It's show up with your problem, your page, your priority, the thorn in your side, or your hope and dream. And someone is here to support you, whether it's me or anyone else. Also, if you need something, don't just bring it here. Like we were going over someone's query, a letter a minute ago, for their fiction novel. You can write fiction in this group. In fact, almost everyone does. I myself have written several picture books, which are not good, but still, I queried them. By the way, for a picture book, you do not need a proposal. Please don't be that person that pays anyone to help you write a proposal. Don't do that. If you are thinking like, well, it still needs help, post an original post in the discussion board because I think we're on, Candace, are we at 900 writers now?
Yeah, I think so.
Holy cockatoo. I mean, that's bonkers. A year ago, I think we had 26 writers. And every time we got a new writer, I was like, this is so amazing. Like, this is so amazing because people show up for each other. So if you think, I'm not sure where to place this article, or I want to pitch something and I don't know how, chances are, especially if you are new, you might not know that I did a webinar about how to pitch media 9 months ago, and it is still available. I just have only just hired an assistant who's helping me put all of those webinars, those workshops on, on YouTube and making them public. So it's, it takes a village of like, my assistant Regina is like a genius. And she's doing all of that, but it's 2 years worth of content. And for a while there, we were meeting every week and we didn't do these things. It was me all the time, like vomiting, marketing, and publishing Yahoo. So if you need something, share it, because chances are we have it. And someone is going to step in and say, hey, I took another crack at your query letter. Like Marlon posted his query letter like a month ago, and I think I played with it. A couple of other people played with it. It's still coming together. And Marlon, there are agents who are literally looking for you. And, that's a whole, next step of like, how do you find the agents who are looking for you so that you only need to do one round of querying? That's my special sauce, but there are a lot of other people here who could provide that to you. I just do it faster than everybody. No, I'm kidding. I do. I just do it professionally. So Carol raised a hand.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. When you said the discussion group, are you talking about the creative nonfiction group or this particular group?
The creative nonfiction community.
Okay.
You can post anything in the discussion guide. If you find a resource that you like, if you have, hey, I want to start pitching media once a month. Does anybody have a template that they like? By the way, I template everything.
Okay.
And I did a webinar last summer on how to pitch media, and it included a template.
Right. What about when you were saying before about if we like a synopsis or a query letter that we'd like feedback on? Can we post those things too?
Yeah. Just cut and paste your content
Okay.
into a post. Keep it to about a page. Like a query letter is about one full page.
Right.
And you don't need to put the sincerely, Carol, like we got that, but yeah, the three main paragraphs: premise, plot, pro, bio.
Premise, plot,
pro, bio. I did a whole workshop about it last month, and it's up on YouTube, and I've shared it recently. I think it's also pinned at the top of the group.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
And I showed you two examples of fiction and a nonfiction, and both got agents quickly.
Wow. Okay.
Just so you see the difference.
Absolutely.
Oh, sweet Jesus. These
thank you.
dogs are so poorly trained. Anybody else have a question before we? Okay, the chat is not saved. Candace is saying, yeah, you can drop emails here. You can also just note each other and send each other DMs. If you need something, make sure you ask for it and show up for each other, because that's the only way that this group is really powerful and takes like the manuscript. Who's a member of the Manuscript Academy? Anybody? A couple people. It's paid. It's $50 a month.
Yeah.
And you can upgrade to do like $79 a month, but they cover a lot. And this group is born from that group. This group is free. And
that's how I found this group, was
good.
Manuscript Academy. I mean, I'm in that Facebook group,
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a paying member or whatever.
I'm
But
not anymore either, Marlon. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
this is kind of all I feel like I need, at least, you know, for right now.
That makes
I
me
have-
feel so good.
I have been a full member of Manuscript Academy since, I don't know, 2019 or something, and that's how I found this group. But I would not trade it for anything in the world. I have learned so much through the Manuscript Academy. I am such a better writer, and it's just fabulous.
Wow. So is it like a critique group or?
It's an online writers conference that has monthly stuff every month, 2 or 3 times a month. And you can either pay for each thing. And if you're a full member like I am, you get stuff free, including monthly 10-minute meetings with agents.
Wow.
Well, I'm also a member there too, although I think I probably have one more month that you do pay for, but I do think the value is there. And the content in their library is really good. It's really interesting to hear from literary agents. You kind of get an idea of what's going on in their head and what their world is like and what they're looking for. Some of the sessions that the agents do are really incredibly informative. Like it's actually 49 and 69, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And with the 69, you get a 10-minute session with an agent, which, you know, it's all subjective, but it's all really I found it very, very helpful. I would recommend it to someone who's willing versus like we were talking about the Grub Street conference early on, Allison, that's coming up. They have this, you can sit down. Now they read 20 pages. It's a different service, but the going rate for these things at conferences is like $200.
Yeah.
And I not that it's not valuable, not that it doesn't have value, and it is a donation, so it's different. But I loved manuscript. I've turned a couple of people onto it. I've been very pleased with it.
Yeah. I
But-
think it's well worth the money if you can afford it.
Yeah,
And it's $79 a month or a year?
it's a month, but
it's
most people
69.
don't join forever. Like I know
Yeah.
Mona's there and she's going to be there forever.
Probably. And
But-
it's $69 a month if you're a
69.
full member.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are a ton, all I'm saying is there are a ton of resources. A lot of them are free. This is free. And also before you pay someone to write your query for you, workshop it here. And if you're like, I just want somebody to figure it out for me and go, and that's usually who works with me. Like I've done enough, I'm ready. I just want to get it out there, then book time with me. Deb is also runs a program at Grub Street. They're called Writer Hours. That works. It doesn't have to be me. My website is AllisonLaneLiterary.com. You can book an hour or a power hour or 2 hours, develop your agent list. If anybody is interested and is ready to actually put together their book proposal, their submission package, their sample chapters, their query list, I've shared my Badass Book Proposal program link in the chat. That is 6 weeks, and you get everything I do for $8,000 when I'm working one-on-one with people. But that's for people who run their big businesses and they have like a book that's like got to be out there. But if you're a regular person and you just want to use all the techniques and have access to me, this is a small group program and it will teach you everything you need to know. Plus, I'll be up in your biz for weeks. And let's see, Deb says we have Grub Street. The hours with Deb, the editor hours through Grub Street are free. And if anybody else needs anything, ask for it. Chances are I have a cheat sheet ready or someone has a resource that they want to share. We will be back here in 2 weeks on the 23rd for some kind of workshop that I put together on the fly based on what people are telling me they need. So whatever you need, please ask for it because this, like I'm just here to serve. Just here to share.